Well, I cannot see you. Just directly. Please. Well, Steve Rosenberg, BBC News, the question about the future of Russia. What is the future that you are planning, that you are building for your country and for your people? As it is now, will it be legal in this future any public being not in accordance publicly with something? Will you look for enemies inside or abroad in this future? Will there be disconnection of mobile connection, mobile internet? Will there be new special military operations? Or maybe Russia will follow another way? I remember you said once that the future is in our hands, in the hands of all of us. But in fact, the whole power in Russia is in your hands. It means that the future as well, what it will be, will it be the continuation of what we see now? Thank you. What will be the future of Russia? Are we going to punish legally for the actions who do not agree with the people? Are we going to penalize it? You know, there is a law that is being criticized about foreign agents, a distinguished colleague. I would like to draw your attention to the fact that we have not invented it. This law exists in several states. In the US, it was introduced in the 30s of the 20th century. All of these laws, the US law as well, are much harsher. There is criminal responsibility up to imprisonment for the activity in the political sphere if you are financed from abroad. We have nothing like that. According to our law, it is just necessary to declare that you have some sources of financing. We don't have any repressions. We don't have any criminal responsibility. If people stop engaging in political activity, or when they stop using foreign sources of financing, they are eliminated from these lists, and there are many of such examples. And what is going to be with BBC? Because there is a million lawsuit from the president of BBC. Well, these are their family matters. They should deal with them themselves. I don't want to interfere. I just don't want to touch upon this topic, not to make it more difficult for you. There is such problem. There is a problem of falsification of information, fake news, and I think that President Trump is right. But it's not that important. You asked whether there will be new special military operations. No. There will be no operations if you treat us with respect. If you comply with our interests, respect our interests, as we always try to respect your interests. If you don't try to play dirty tricks with us, like it was with the NATO eastward expansion. You said that there would not be a NATO eastward expansion even by an inch. It was a direct quotation. As it said, as we say, we just neglected our interests in the security. You deceived us, not you personally, but the Western figures created the situation of today with their own hands. And they continue to escalate the situation, speaking all the time that they are preparing for war with Russia. But as far as I know, you live here for many years. But I think you understand it. And those who speak about war with Russia also understand it. Are we truly going to attack Europe? This is nonsense. This is done based on the political reasons. And this is done to create the image of an enemy. They are creating an image of an enemy, and they're making Russia the enemy, to hide the mistakes that were made systemically for leaders, for many Western leaders for several years in economy, in the sphere of social policy. Where is this green agenda when we see new coal plants being opened? Nuclear plants were closed and now they're returning to them. This is a mistake after mistake. And they are trying to make Russia an enemy.
They want to distract their people from their own mistakes with the help of the external affairs. And your questions constitute attempts of similar kind. You said that all the power belongs to me and is in my hands. Well, yes, President of Russia is vested with powers and credentials, and the borderlines of this power are clearly enshrined in our fundamental law, Russian constitution. And when legislative decisions are made, I enact this law by signing them, as in any other country. But I cannot tell you with a firm what proportion. Well, probably a big chunk of these laws is initiated by our MPs, deputies, or senators. These are hard facts. Obviously, the President of Russia has a lot of powers, but I believe that as this is a presidential republic, this is justified as of today. But in concluding, I must say that we're ready to work with you, work with the United Kingdom, Europe, and the United States, but on par, given the due respect for one another that should be in place. And frankly, incidentally, if we end up there, everybody will benefit. I have already recalled one of the conversations that I witnessed. The former Germany's Chancellor Kohl, back in 1993, he said that the future of Europe, if Europe wanted to be preserved as a standalone civilization center, should be together with Russia. And we are mutually complementary in a natural way, and we must work together and make headway, he said. Otherwise, Europe would disappear. He said, well, look, Russia, despite seeing a slowdown of our economy to 1%, still ranks fourth in terms of GDP size by PPP, following China, US, and India. Russia is number 4. We are followed by Japan and Germany. The United Kingdom that you represent today, unfortunately, ranks 8th or 7th or 9th, probably 7th or 8th on GDP size by PPP. But had we joined our efforts with the European countries, our joint GDP by PPP would surpass that of the United States. Well, this is all theoretic, but it's obvious that complementing one another and joining efforts, we would have flourished. Well, it's you who are waging a war against us, not us. You are waging a war against us with the hands of the Ukrainian neo-Nazis. We're ready to stop that fighting immediately, provided that Russia's security is provided in mid-term and long run, and we're ready to cooperate with you. Well, Steve, I think